Guys, I usually do premium products on the channel, but the idea is not to bring expensive stuff. I actually try in watches, in flashlights, in knives, which is the three main directions that I do, but I also do EDC gear. So in general, I do try to bring good deals on the channel. So quite often these are cheap. This, what I'm about to show you here, is actually very cheap, but I think it's a badass knife. For 27 bucks I paid for it on AliExpress. There was a sale ongoing. Without the sale, it's around 30 bucks. I don't unfortunately have discount codes for this, unlike the other brand names that I collaborate with. But it is still, I think, and I want to show it to you. Now, the design, I think, is stolen from Vosted. The brand, Gia with a J, G-E-A, Brother. They make a couple of models, not too many. So this is PEI, Ultem by another name that you may know, but it's not Ultem brand, so it's PEI, probably sourced in China. The sheath is okay. I do like these sheaths better than the sandwich styles, the taco. I do not like the solution on the belt loop though, even though the belt attachment itself is fine. It's just not my style to have something sticking out above my belt line, and this is where your belt line would go. But other than that, I mean, you can switch it up with belt loops. Now those are common. 2 belt loops here will do fine, and then you can do scout carry. Now it is a very thin slicer, 14C 28N steel, so it should have decent toughness, which is why I'm picking up some pieces of wood here. I'm not going to go crazy, but I do want to make sure that this can give us some kindling. And again, I always deal with hardwood, nothing soft. The knife comes very well ground, even very thin, as I already mentioned, hollowed out in the handle. You're supposed to be able to rotate this, not on this model, not on the Chinese clone. The original, you can rotate and hide this, even though I wouldn't. The lanyard loop, the steel, I can use it to bang against stuff. It's not sharp. It can be a window breaker, etc. So I would leave it. Now, I just want to baton a few pieces. I'm not going to strain the knife like the hard use knives that I test. It'll be lighter because this is not a wood type of knife. I wouldn't be whittling with this type of grind. This is very thin and slicey. It would be more of a gentleman's fixed blade carry EDC because of the size factor. It is tiny, as you can see. But in a pinch, if you needed to use it for some sort of kindling, let's see if it holds up, because I don't want to recommend a knife that cannot split tiny. Well, this is still hardwood, but it did fine. It is very thin, so we shouldn't be expecting a nice splitter with this. It's a nice slicer. So for products, for food, it would be very nice. But as you can see, it's doing just fine with hardwood. Let's give it a harder test. Yeah, and I mean, the toughness holds up as expected. I wouldn't go crazy with this type of knife. Let's see how it feather sticks. The handle is actually surprisingly comfortable for the size. And even though it slices well, it's not a very good feather sticker because of the blade geometry. It does not push off the feathers as like a convex or a nice saber or a Scandi grind wood. Yeah, it is too thin, and because of that, it doesn't give me very nice curls, even though it slices and it cuts. I just can't get a feather rolling. What it does have though is a very, very sharp spine. And I keep saying that I prefer making my feather sticks with the spine if the spine is good. So let's see here. Yeah, it's doing very good feather. So this catches a spark much easier, and you don't need any skills, you see. You just drive the wood through and it'll collect at the end. It'll collect this, you see, the feathers. Much easier, much faster, and no skill required. Which is why I do like 90 degrees on my knives. 90 degrees on the spine of my knives. Do you see that kind of smoke, misty smoke coming off? I don't think that's smoke. I think that's spores from the mushroom. And this mushroom should light up. If any of you are wondering how PEI is made, it's made out of this mushroom, hence the similar coloring on the mushroom. They derive this material from the mushroom. You can fact check that. Very nice slicer this is. The dried part, now I've seen it being used with a fire steel. I've never myself tried it, but I think this mushroom has the sort of resin type of material that is combustible, and I believe they also make glue out of this. You can boil this stuff down, cut it down really fine, boil it down. It is already very, very sticky. Look for Jeabrother 14C28N. I don't think that would be lying for this steel. It's not a premium steel. China usually uses D2, but I don't think this is D2. It could have cracked easy with this type of betoning that I just did with this if it was D2, because it is very thin through the spine as well. This would probably be about 2 millimeters, maybe slightly above 2 millimeters, but not much. But yeah, $27, man. You know, throw this in your bug out bag or carry it as a scout carry. It does come with micarta handles, maybe even G10, I don't remember, but I went with a PEI. Now the cool thing with this is because this is hollowed out, you can do all kinds of things in here. You can actually put in a survival kit in here, and you can play around with like glow-in-the-dark powder, with epoxy in here. Various things that you can do, and I might do on the channel later. But I did want to bring you guys this knife. It's a very nice buy for the money, and if this was done by a Western brand, even with this 14C28 and steel, it would probably cost above 70-80 bucks, about 3 times more than what I paid for it on AliExpress. So there are some hidden gems that I will always bring on the channel if I come across them. Cheers.